Nancy.
Hey, Casey, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. And yourself?
Oh, not bad at all. You know, it's Friday. You can't ever be miserable on a Friday.
Heck no.
Well, I'm really sorry that I missed you guys on Wednesday at Crew Fest in Indianapolis. I did get to see your set, and it was awesome.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I'm glad that you at least got to see the set.
Yeah. Now, this has been a pretty exciting year for you guys, hasn't it?
So far.
Yeah. Well, you've been rocking the second stage on Crew Fest too. How's that going for you?
Oh, it's great. This is like probably it's one of the biggest rock tours of the year, and it's a great tour for us, and it's all about rock and roll. Gotta love it, man. I mean, Motley Crue, Theory of a Dead Man, Godsmack, Rev Theory,
Oh yeah.
Cavo.
Yeah. Yeah. Has there been a most memorable moment yet for the tour?
I gotta honestly say, we've been getting that question a lot. So I'm sure people like think, tour with Motley Crue is crazy, 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 which it is, but we're still in a band, so we pretty much have to leave after we play all the time. So
Yeah.
it's great, but we are looking forward to getting out of the van and being able to enjoy some of the places that we get to see.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Now, your new album, Bright Nights, Dark Days, just came out this last Tuesday, and you have.
We were so pumped. We actually, I don't know if you noticed, but when it came out, we were playing our hometown.
Oh, really? Did you get a chance to
We
celebrate?
got to play in St. Louis, so it kind of worked out perfectly.
Awesome, awesome. Did you have a chance to really celebrate with some family then?
A little bit of celebration with family, yeah, but I mean, it's one of those things where it's not easy. But, you got to bounce from person to person to person to person, but I mean, it was nice being there around them at least, at least being able to see people that we know, so.
Great. Now, the album also has the track Let It Go, which is featured on the new Transformers soundtrack.
Yeah.
That's a pretty exciting audience for you guys to get to approach also.
Huge. We were blown away when our label called and said, hey, we're going to put you guys on Transformers too. We're just blown away by it. I mean, that's just amazing. That's a huge, huge step for a band like us.
Oh, yeah. Now, I figure you probably haven't, but have you had a chance to see the movie yet?
I have, actually. When I got home, right before Crew Fest, we were home for a week, I think it was, before Crew Fest. And I got to go with my wife and watch it, and it was just awesome sitting there. She wanted to go and tell all the other people sitting in the theater, hey, that's my husband, man. It was so cool.
And the song that everybody knows off the album, Champagne, well, everyone should know anyway. If they don't, they're listening to the wrong radio stations.
I know.
When did you know that song was going to be such a hit?
I gotta be honest, not in like a pompous way, but I knew it. We all kind of knew it a long, long time ago, because the only reason why I said it is because we played a show with Stain close to our hometown, and we played out like middle of the afternoon with a huge crowd of people waiting to see Stain. Nobody ever heard of us, and it was one of those. We played Champagne, Let It Go, Cry Wolf, and Useless. Those four songs from the album, they were just written. So we played those four songs right off the bat for the very first time. And people started singing Champagne by the second chorus.
I couldn't believe it.
We're like standing there, we get off stage, like people already started singing it back to us. Like, that's probably a pretty catchy tune, so hopefully it'll do what we think it's going to do.
Now, do you think it's going to be hard to keep up with the momentum that song's created for you?
I feel pretty confident in the fact that the other songs that we have, we made some really good relationships with radio and stuff with that song. Mm-hmm. I think it opened a huge door for us, and I just think that I think the other songs on the album can stand up with that song. I think that a lot of people will really enjoy the rest of the album too.
Awesome. Now, do you anticipate at all what the next radio single is going to be?
It's going to be Crash.
Oh, awesome.
It's going to be Crash to radio, yep.
Yeah, great. I'll look forward to that. Another song that I've got a little bit of interest in is Ghost. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the only song that isn't written by Cavo.
Ghost is actually a co-write. We actually did write that song with Zach Holloway, formerly of the Nixons. My Little Secret and Crash were songs that were written by him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So that kind of canceled out my next question then, because
Oh,
I
I'm
didn't
sorry.
have. Oh no, that's right. That's great. I didn't have my facts right. I hate it when I don't have my facts right. So I'm glad you got to straighten me out on that. Um, Now, I also hear that you guys, when Crew Fest winds down here at the end of this month, you do already have a fall tour planned.
Yes, we are going out with Shinedown
Uh
and
huh.
the Six Puppies.
Rock and roll.
And another band, a new band from Las Vegas, Adelita's Way. Great band.
Oh wow. Okay. And while you guys are doing all this touring, have you had a chance to think much about the next album?
I'm sorry, you broke up.
I'm sorry.
What?
Have you had much time to work on or think about the next album?
Actually, as of right now, we have not. That's one of the things that we were talking about earlier. Like when we get a boss, that's going to open up a lot of time to sit in the back lounge, those 10-hour drives, and grab the acoustics and try to write some new songs. But we're really excited. That's one of the most things that we're most excited about, was being able just to sit back and start writing again. Because even when we were recording this album, we would always still just sit around and write. It's something that we just love doing, is writing.
Awesome. Now, you've been around as a band for quite some time. I mean, a lot longer than some of the other new bands. I mean, I guess if you could call them new. I don't call you new because you have been around for a while. A lot of people have already heard your name before. So do you think you're in a better position to how do I want to word this? Do you think you're in a better position with your experience to be out there for the longevity of the career?
I think, in some levels, being a band for as many years as we've been, it's sort of like being signed and having the career, because it wasn't just a pastime hobby for us. Even though we weren't traveling and playing in different cities and stuff, we still practiced pretty much 5 to 6 times a week. And I mean, I think that that's one of the biggest things I think that we gain over some of the bands that I've talked to, is that we know what it's like, and we're willing to put in the extra hours to create a career that's going to last over the years. I mean, I remember a band that I talked to a couple of years back at home. They were like, you guys are really good. Da, da, da. How many times a week do you practice? And when I told him 5 or 6, his mouth dropped. And I said, well, how many times a week do you practice? He's like, well, maybe 1 or 2. And it's like, in my opinion, if it's not a hobby, if it's something that you're willing to make your entire life, then you have to put the hours in for it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I have to say that your dedication shows up in the music. It really does. There's a lot of integrity and sophistication to the album you've put out, and I absolutely love it. I've been listening to it at my desk all day today, so I was pretty excited.
We'll hear that.
Well, if there's anything else that you would like to add in there for our readers, feel free.
I think you covered everything. That was a really good interview.
Well, thank you very much. I really enjoy having the opportunity to talk to you guys. And there's some rumors around here that you guys are going to be coming back through Indiana in September for X Fest.
Oh, yes. We will be in Indiana for X Fest. Can't wait for that one, because we get to see our buddies in Framingham.
Yeah, well, I will be certain to come back out and see you guys again, because your set just wasn't long enough at Crew Fest, and I'm excited. I wish you guys the best in the future.
Cool.
All right, well, I'm going to head out of here now, but I thank you, Casey, so much for taking the time to talk with me.
No problem at all. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Now, take care.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
All righty.
Bye.
Bye.